PawPet is a neologism in the furry fandom for a puppet. Unlike other pun-based names, the fandom has come over the years like Fursuit, Fursona, or God forbid Poppy Fur. PawPet wasn't coined by anyone in the fandom, but in a 1974 Peanuts comic strip by Charles Schulz, where Snoopy did one-dog puppetry shows based on various classic books and films to his friend Woodstock and any other kids in the neighborhood. Now, puppets have been around in the furry fandom since nearly the beginning. It makes sense when you think about it. It's a creative performing art that allows you to create and control animal characters. Puppetry itself has its origins in Asia over 1,000 years ago. The UK had Punch and Judy going back to the 16th century, and early in the United States had marionettes. The fandom's interest in puppetry can largely be credited to Jim Henson, the man behind both The Muppets and Sesame Street. In the US, there were a few furry fans who performed puppetry with the likes of Rabbitsy Rabbit, who was inspired by Sesame Street puppeteers like Carol Spinney to create his own New York public access TV show, answering phone calls, telling stories, interviewing people, and covering the events in New York City. We also started to see more furry puppeteers pop up like Teresa Squirrel, collecting or making their own animal-based puppets in the early 90s. Furry puppeteers essentially made themselves a small subgroup, sharing their own web pages, photos, and doing puppet shows at furry cons like ConFuzzled, Anthrocon, Further Confusion, and Midwest Fur Fest. One of these furry fans had an idea to do a show outside of the conventions, and what he came up with was the Funday PawPet Show. Founded in 1999 by Yappy Fox and operating out of Florida, this was a weekly 4-hour puppet variety show made up of comedy skits and music videos performed using animal puppets, most of them being glove puppets manufactured by Folk Manners Puppets. What made them revolutionary was that they were one of the earliest internet live broadcast shows well before social media platforms like Twitch and YouTube, thanks to the video playback software RealPlayer that allowed videos to be streamed over the internet. Alongside Yappy Fox's crew were additional segments from various other furry puppeteers, such as Rabbitsy Rabbit. But also regional-based PawPet groups were organized that regularly submitted footage of their own PawPet performances to the Funday PawPet Show in the early 2000s, one of the early ones being PawPets West. Founded by Teddy Ruxpin, not to be mistaken for the cassette-playing teddy bear, along with friends he knew from furry-themed mucks and working around in Silicon Valley. Like the Funday PawPet Show, they used Folk Manners puppets and a few self-made puppets to produce music videos. They delivered a lot. They were only active for 3 years but made over 300 music videos, not counting the shows put together at the conventions they attended. Meanwhile, in Germany, a furry fan named Fairlight discovered PawPets through watching the Funday PawPet Show. He bought a Folk Manners puppet and traveled to California to attend Conference 11. He met Teddy Ruxpin, and the pair got along so well that Fairlight volunteered to perform at the PawPets event. Heavily inspired, he decided he wanted to run his own PawPet show at a little convention in Germany called Eurofurence. He called it Lionel Scritchy's Dormitory, and like the Funday PawPet Show, it was a set of songs performed with puppets by himself, Icefox, Furvan, Leonard, and Redlouts. It went over so well at Eurofurence 6 that the convention would have an annual PawPet show to this day, moving towards a more plot-driven show with the occasional songs and the recurring cast of characters, namely Lionel Scritchy, Poke the Ferret, Lloyd the Fox, and Mika the Snow Leopard. This is where we get to ConFuzzled. Furball Fox, the founder and first chairman of ConFuzzled, had wanted there to be a PawPet show the likes of Eurofurence, making mentions in the comic book for 2008 for the convention to have one. Still, the idea had laid dormant for months until 3 individuals helped bring the ConFuzzled PawPet show to light. The first is Utla. He's been around the fandom since the 1990s, sometimes walking around as Vin, his weasel persona. He joined the team in late 2008 as part of ConOps and pitched a PawPet show based on the Jules Verne novel The Time Machine to fit with the convention's Victorian England theme while taking advantage of time travel for pop culture references. He also envisioned the show to utilize a lot of slapstick comedy to follow Britain's long tradition of slapstick puppetry in contrast to the Americans. Despite no prior show-running experience, he was assigned the role of director and scriptwriter. Luckily, he also had help. Which brings us to person number 2, Fat Kraken, also known as Kraken Critters. She was one of the earliest big UK fursuit makers, gaining attention for fursuits based on characters in anime as well as video games such as The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Utla commissioned her to make a PawPet of Vin, and she loved the project so much that she was willing to make a whole cast of original characters. She's pretty much the reason why the ConFuzzled PawPets not only have the adorable mini fursuit appearance to them, but also utilizing the hand and rod designs that was made popular by Jim Henson's Muppets. Keep in mind that both the Eurofurence PawPet Show and even the Funday PawPet Show were still using single-handed Uranus puppets at this point in time, so this was a huge technical jump. The last key individual to help was, funny enough, Fairlight. He had moved to the UK and was approached by Furball to act as an advisor to the new production team. He then became the co-writer to help Utla with writing out the storyline and the jokes. When he turned up to the first rehearsal, he became one of the puppeteers playing one of the main characters. Several Furries also volunteered to help out once planning was made public around October 2008. Whether that was behind the scenes like Keanu, stage operations like Levline and Tungro, or even auditioning to play characters as well. The original Time Machine story was replaced with a more Monty Python style comedy show set in the Potato Wall Theatre, with its owner James Mountbatten Windsor as the host. His acts include Coney, a timid rabbit who loves magic and carnival shows, with Vinny as his glamorous assistant, as well as Sir William Bellicose, a grumpy old goat who was once a renowned Shakespearean-trained actor. Lastly, there was Jessica, a vixen and stage assistant whose job it is to keep the show running. A difficult task not only because James and his cast aren't the brightest bunch, but because the old theatre is haunted by Archibald the Great, a figure so mysterious that no one seems to remember who played him.
I asked all you guys and you can't remember.
Voice changer. I can remember the voice in my head.
I asked around, nobody seems to remember the name.
That's great.
On Saturday, 23rd of May at 8:30, with ConFuzzled 2009 in full swing, Furries who lined up for the main stage took their seats for the first PawPetsUK Production. Those unable to get a seat could watch a remote feed played at the bar.
Put your paws together for your host, James Mountbatten Windsor!
I welcome you to the great James Mountbatten Windsor's magnificent zoological extravaganza. Staged here in Branson and Manchester for the next 3 hours.
90 minutes!
What?
It's 90 minutes, not 3 hours. It's in the art auction.
Right, of course. Well, for the next 90 minutes, we're proud to present you with the finest of British variety theatre, taking you right back to the height of British theatrics, back when Queen Elizabeth still ruled over the Empire.
Victoria!
Victoria?
Queen Victoria of Great Britain and Ireland, defender of the faith, Empress of India. That's why it's called Victorian Theatre.
Well, I knew that. So make yourselves comfortable, relax and enjoy the next 60
90
minutes.
Tonight, I will perform for you the astounding Wheel of Death. As you can see, my assistant Billy here is attached to the wheel. How are you feeling, Billy? Just try to avoid doing it of the audience. Besides, if I was the one wearing the blindfold, this would be much more difficult. Now, I shall probe my assistant be sharp and incredibly dangerous. Maces? This could be a little difficult. Jim, do we have anything a little smaller? Now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be thrilled and astounded as I prepare to...
Wait. Get out short. Thank you. And here. Here again. And here. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now watch in amazement.
Sadly, no footage of the full production exists online. Mike Paul's captured around 10 minutes of footage, but Big Blue Fox states that he has no footage himself, and it wouldn't have been possible to record the full show at the time. That being said, there is anecdotal evidence that it did exist at one time.
Somewhere. I know we've watched it at least once. Yeah. I think it was a live link into the bar rather than recording. But yeah, I know that we watched it at least once. But
Okay.
I don't know if we've got the link.
For the production team, the show wasn't smooth sailing. Puppeteers had to either remember their lines or read the scripts on a sheet of paper with one hand while operating the puppet with the other. However, the show went off remarkably well with the audience, with lots of laughter after jokes and random applause at the end of almost every scene, which included cameos from both Verbal Fox and Uncle Kage. Fairlight was officially designated the director of PawPet Productions following ConFuzzled 2009. Nina Nokil became his co-writer, bringing on Niall and Twill to the writing team for a more thorough storyline with plenty of jokes. According to Fairlight, the timeline under his tenure would involve 3 to 4 weekends to write the scripts, 1 to 2 for building props, 3 to 4 for rehearsals, typically at a community centre. Production values were also brought in, with painted backdrops provided by Collie Fox, and even video segments. For ConFuzzled 2010, the PawPet UK show was called Shock and Door. Jim ended up in massive debt after the show at the Potato Wall Theatre, owing in council tax £31,000 and 45 pence, 348 shillings, 81 crowns, 3 halfpennies, 5 tuppences, 18 guineas, and half a pork pie. To pay it off, he takes up a newspaper advert from a science lab looking for test subjects, and brings Jessica, Coney, and Sir William to get paid to do experiments. What they don't realise is that the science lab is run by an evil business wolf, Richard Brass, who wants to build biosoldiers for evil purposes, and unfortunately Coney was made into one of those bioweapons. If only someone could save them.
Stop it right there!
We've come for our friend now. Give him back.
You're
Far too late. The process is almost complete, and soon we'll be able to make hundreds, nay, thousands of your hapless little chum.
No, you've got to be stopped. I can barely cope with one of him, let alone an entire legion.
Yeah. Hey, that's not very nice.
I'm only being honest, Jessica.
You can't stop me.
Oh, yeah?
I am 1 of 1. Primary attribute of Unimatrix 0. What is your command?
Destroy them!
Sir! Yes, sir!
Anyway, you're done for now. Coney, make sure there's nothing left of them.
Resistance is futile.
No, Coney, it's us. Please.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got more important matters to attend to.
Destroy! Destroy! Destroy!
Oh no, he's completely brainwashed. How are we supposed to use the antidote now?
We're doomed!
Friends! Hello, everyone. I missed you. Did you miss me? I love everyone. Everyone.
Aww, it's so cute. Must obey orders.
Bunny! I think you're lovely. Do you think I'm lovely?
You are lovely.
Lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Well, I think you're all just wonderful and shiny. Plus, you have magnificent eyes. Did I say how much I like bunnies? I also like pink. Did you know that Lucretius used the word to describe the dawn in his epic poem On the Nature of Things? He must have liked pink as well. Oh, do you want a hug? I like hugs. They make me feel fuzzy. And they hush the voices.
Hug. Hug. Hug!
Ha! Rashid! There's no escaping! Rashid? Where the fuck are we?
What? How? Who are you?
I'm Poke.
Poke.
Forget it. Have you seen a leopard rushing through here? Black Arabian accent?
No?
Must hug Luffy.
Huh? What's with that nutcase there?
He's my new friend. My bunny friend. I want his ears.
More people must kill people.
Nobody messes with Mika. You want something done?
You need to do it yourself. Yeah, we know. I do that all the time and no one gives me credit for it. Anyway, we need to be off. Cheerio, as you British folks say.
Just who were those people?
I don't know, but they took our PG rating with them.
Along with introducing Floofy, a pink former lab assistant known for being cute, lovable, and somewhat insane from numerous experiments, the show debuted Frank, a mad scientist who is obsessed with making military weapons out of chocolate bars. The two would return as part of the core cast in the 2011 production GoatFellas. The UK coalition government had banned all food items containing sugar, causing protests and society to go mad with sugar withdrawals, as well as angry confectioners and disapproving grandparents. Scotland is fine though, they ignored the law by arguing national identity to protect the deep-fried Mars bar industry. Suffering from chocolate withdrawal, Frank goes to P.I. Bellicose to help investigate a governmental conspiracy around the sugar ban, leading to a very crime noir style investigation. Coney has a cookie addiction, there is Sugar Mafia doing dodgy dealings in a speakeasy, and Floofy is acting as the narrator with a surprisingly deep voice.
The friends squabbled, time was slipping away from them. Their targets would be well ahead by now.
And if you don't stop that narrating stuff, I swear I shall insert that bloody typewriter so far up your ass, you'll be talking in typewriter clicks for a month!
Hey, that's uncalled for. I'm merely a conduit for the story to flow through. You need to learn to pretend that I'm not here.
You're bright pink and have a high-pitched voice. You're almost as annoying as Joe Pasquale. How am I supposed to ignore you?
Oh, Goaty Woaty manages it.
That's because he's bloody used to it. You never leave him alone. You know, you've pestered him night and day for a year now. He's permanently got that glazed-over Nam veteran look in his eyes he's been pretending to have for years. He barely even blinks.
That's not true. Tell him it's not true, Goaty. Goaty?
You weren't there, man.
Bill!
Oh, sorry, I must have drifted off for a moment there. We should crack on. They must be hiding somewhere in this warehouse.
You're not listening to me. I am not doing this anymore. I want no part in your stupid game.
Think about it. If you help out and you manage to blow the cover off this whole sugar mafia thing, you'll be famous. You'll be on the TV, radio, magazines, and a best-selling autobiography. Oh, maybe even a movie.
If you stay, you'll come back with more bunny tail than you could possibly imagine.
Bunny tail, you say? I could go for that. This is madness. You know what? I think I'll do it for the bunny tail.
Okay, all sorted. Have you finished your little tirade? Good, now let's do this.
Little did our heroes know that the mafia lay in wait all this time, holding out for the perfect moment to ambush them.
Wait, what?
One of the main additions from GoatFellas to ease with running the show was in-between scene narrations. When a scene ended, the curtain would fall and a fully narrated scene relating to the side story of Jim buying an illegal chocolate cake would play to give crew time to change the backdrops, set up props, and make sure the puppeteers were in their place. The ConFuzzled PawPet Show had always strived to put on a show that had the production value and storytelling as the Eurofurence PawPet Show, which audiences, including myself, got to see with PawPets 4 Extraction. After moving from Manchester to Hinckley, it sees the comedically violent events led to Comey knocking himself into a coma. Frank has a wild idea to wake him back up. Him and all his friends travel into his mind after being inspired by the film Inception. Frank, Jim, Bellicus, Floofy, and Quentin, a timid element of his subconscious, explore the manifestation of Coney's mind as it's being invaded by his biggest fear, his childhood dentist. Coney's manifestations take on the form of various films, TV shows, and video games he obsesses over. One such manifestation includes the debut of 2 fan-favorite characters.
Oh my! What big birds!
Those aren't big birds, sweetheart. They're giant vampire bats.
Bats! Hi. What are you doing here?
German vampire bats.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
You trying to command the ship? You're trying to command the ship. We as fancy computers. Trans-European Nazi zombie vampire bats. From outer space.
Hey, we are not zombies.
We? It is just the way he flaps, eh?
What do you mean the way I flap? You are the one with the lazy bean.
Mon Dieu! You are the one who taught the wine with the fish.
Oh, I thought it depended on the kind of fish.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of fish was it, eh?
It was a pink salmon.
Oh, well, you definitely want a rosé, mon cher, Trans-European, Nazi, metrosexual vampire bats from outer space. Oh, my head.
Quickly, while they aren't paying attention.
Hey, smutty boys. You think these ears here are just for shotguns, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear your every word. Now hold still so we can suck you.
Stop laughing, eh? What is so funny? We are going to suck on your blood. This is no laughing matter.
Achtung, Sebastian. I cannot focus on my work with all this laughing like that. It is ruining my cheese.
I will take care of this, eh? What are we going to do?
Okay. I got an idea. Heil! Good. So let's just get out of here before more of them appear.
Sebastian and Klaus were inspired by the BBC sitcom Allo about a member of French resistance in Nazi-occupied France. The pair became recurring comic relief characters in future productions, fortunately dropping the SS aspects of their characters. This was the first PawPet show I ever watched at ConFuzzled, so I got first-hand experience of the efforts put into making it the actual main event at the time. On each seat was one of these flyers with the official poster, cast list, and show summary through each act. Audience members also got a sticker to celebrate their visit to the dentist, a reference to the show's villain, Dr. Zaldo K, who to this day looks terrifying and sinister.
Is our prisoner ready to talk?
He's barely shut up since he got here, sir.
Good. Then open the door.
Do you think that's such a good idea, sir?
Are you second guessing?
No. Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
No, it won't.
The show was growing in such popularity that, according to Fairlight, security needed to be stationed outside the main stage 3 hours before the show because of attendees lingering around so that they could queue to get the best seats, which was the case with 2013's How to Drain Your Flagon. The gang started playing Dungeons & Dragons as a way to resolve a rift between Frank and Bellicose. It went rather well, so Frank decided to make the game more exciting by building a holodeck. They play a test game set in the medieval setting of Crapton, where the quest is to rescue a princess from an evil dragon at the top of a dark turret. The quest is hindered by Frank and Bellicose falling out and splitting the gang up. Plus, the quest of a princess and a dragon isn't as simple as it seems.
I've always wanted to say this. You shall not pass! Blockaded, serenaded, and jaded. I declare you all downgraded.
What the? You monster! You still have claws and teeth? Yeah! We'll bite your ankles off!
Oh, really? Clearly this does not suffice. Let's do it again and zap you twice!
But you didn't have to chase me here. Just assume it never happened and that it was nothing. And suddenly you're all on my rear, and you're acting like you'd kill me, and that feels so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends pick up the pitchforks and they gang up against me. I guess that you can't help it though, since you're just some villagers I used to know.
You suck.
Yeah, you can't sing at all.
It really was a poor performance. You really let yourself down, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to say no.
Right. That's it. I've had it with you lot. You try singing off the top of your head for over 6 hours. My throat is sore, and if you're not going to listen to me, well, what do I need all these instruments for? Come back here. I'm not done with my encore yet.
ConFuzzled would move to their current home of the Hilton Metropole in Resorts World, Birmingham in 2014. The bigger venue meant bigger production values for the PawPet Show, from Uranus with Love, and new PawPets made by Louis and Avalon. It was also the first show without Fairlight as a director, having moved to being a producer with Twill directing this time. After some time together at the Furry convention, the gang was whisked away to the top secret facility in space. It turns out that Jim was a former agent for MI7, Interterritorial Intelligence, and had been recruited again to carry out an investigation related to an undercover mission he worked on decades ago in North Wales back in 1974. A mission that ended badly as it did mysteriously, as it resulted in the loss of his memories, as well as his colleague Agent S, to an alien race who wants to take over the world. The show had animated intros by Alexia and Hirohusky. The main villain is creatively made from an old computer screen. There is an entire scene written out in verse, and the in-between segments were now a mix of 3D animation from Hunter Husky and Nico, and fully filmed in live action.
Good evening, sir. Yes, the preparation for Project Anus is going well. Just a code name, sir. I mean the jump gate, of course.
Okay.
We ran into some issues sourcing some of the materials, but we eventually found all that we need. The recombulated matter matrix inverters that we found to do it all, just in time before it was sold to Boots for a £1 voucher and then resold and rebranded as Focus.
Si no me bellico, hentora veko hocus, sha?
Focus, sir, not Hocus. This is DIY, not Harry Potter.
Tivina mekina potas, Leviosa.
No, sir, it's Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Oh, sorry, sir. I I got carried away.
Esto, Terasha?
Yes, we have gathered lots of valuable intelligence crucial for our plans. You will find the report in the email I've sent you.
Terra vatani va osha.
Correct, sir. We should not run into any issues. The population of Earth is mostly driven by the urge to copulate, increase personal wealth, and watch YouTube videos.
YouTube, Enya Hinatu. Ah, Jalia Pita Mafinga Akain Binoto.
I'm sorry, sir. I did not mean to insult you. Of course, it is quite acceptable to watch the more elevated and intelligent videos on YouTube. Charlie bit my finger is, of course, perfectly acceptable.
Meh.
We discovered that their defenses are not suitable for interstellar warfare. They have close to no ground-to-space anti-UFO missile capabilities, and their own spacecraft program has not even taken them past the moon yet. I'm aware of a specialist team in the UK to further their technology, but so far they have failed to understand the crucial importance of plastic cup usage for fast and light travel. Had some early successes using material stolen from our recon vessels, but none of this is a threat to us.
Donisho de vala wakawa. Vashu tano me hinu. Terra vashero to. Inyama kinito. Velkom niegela el fasipa.
Sorry, sir. You said bum.
Aka. Vecino bum itaki tarvo egani bum.
I know, sir. Bum means annihilate. I just thought it was funny.
Bum ni ozen sha.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Bevile kenaro tikena. Yomerisha tuch. Go terasha.
Good to hear that all the preparations are complete on your side. I will prepare a memo for the people of Terra... Earth, immediately.
Okay.
A Chocolate Orange in 2015 took it a step further with original music, with an opening theme composed and performed by Fox and Moore and Rhubarb the Bear, with lyrics written by Fairlight. Jim, Bellicose, Coney, and Frank decided to take a caravan holiday to Renter Parks, thanks to a set of free tickets Frank discovered. The caravan wasn't in as great condition as the gang had hoped, but that's the least of their worries. A mysterious and possibly mad Mr. Hatter set off a toxic green fog and made the guests drink his magic tea, turning the park and everyone in it into Wonderland. The park manager becomes the Queen of Hearts, Coney becomes the White Rabbit, Jim becomes the Dormouse, and Bellicose becomes Mock Turtle. As Frank goes out to stop the madness, disguising himself as Alice to blend in, we find out that Mr. Hatter appears to be in cahoots with not just any Cheshire cat, but Frank's brother.
I'm not sure it's that simple, Hatter. Oh, poppycock. Change places! What? Oh, fuck. Not again.
Oh, enough with these distractions. Get on with the trial, or it's off with your heads!
What? Hey! What's that? Shut up and talk!
Well, I'm not a doctor.
The defense requests a recess.
Ah, this is simply intolerable. Everybody change places! Oh, stop that cat! Hatter, he's getting away.
Give it to me. No, give it to me. Hold it off with your hand. Wow, I didn't like to
Oh, this is simply no good at all.
No, you have to unhand me. Oh.
hammer your pointer and then have a...
Yeah.
Oh! There's no need for that. It's only a joke.
We don't have time for this. The lounge bar closes in 5 minutes. Such a shame. Minus 50 points to the white planet. That's not in the rule book. Order in the court. Who wanted tea with crumpets? It's £12.60. Exact change only, please. Wait all three ahead.
Where is that cat?
And what exactly do you think you are doing with that, Mr. Hammond?
I'm showing it to you, my queen. Yes. Look at my massive. Isn't it amazing?
Well, yes. Yes, I do rather like the, where are the bonds? How dare you?
A simple misunderstanding, my queen. 1,000 apologies. I do beg your pardon. Trial rules, you see. Right, you come here. Chance places! Wait, what?
You can probably tell there was one character absent from the cast. After suffering from burnout and stress from working at ConFuzzled, which included head of the comic book and ceremonies, Twill stepped down from working on the PawPet Show. And with no one to play Floofy, they departed too. Canonically, Floofy ran off with Paul Hollywood to go on the British Bake Off. Twill would continue to provide the voice of Floofy in later productions, such as Quantum of Salads. This story begins, like the last one, with a mysterious invite. 10 years ago, Coney used to perform at a carnival as their magician, until a mysterious figure named Gabrielle appeared out of nowhere and made Coney read an incantation. Coney failed to complete the spell, and Gabrielle disappeared. Coney's magic act was completely ruined. Feeling ashamed, he left the carnival and became friends with Bellicose and Jim. In the present day, Coney gets a letter from the same carnival asking him to come back to perform a new show, and so Coney brings Bellicose and Jim along. However, as Coney rehearses his show, Gabrielle returns in a monstrous spiritual form, wreaking havoc in the carnival, even turning Bellicose into a werewolf. It is up to Coney, with his fabulous assistant Jim, to perform some real magic to save everyone in the carnival. So instead of playing a clip from the show, I'm instead going to play footage shot by Tungro of the rehearsals of what is Fairlight's personal favourite moment in the PawPet UK shows, the epic rap battle of history between Coney and Gabrielle.
All this noise plays so loud, giving pain to the world. So I will raise my hands, cause you stirred up my heart. I'll set you on fire, 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 that you die in a fire, fire, fire. And I'm gonna watch you burn, 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 burn. I'm gonna watch you burn, 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 burn. Gonna watch you burn, 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 burn. I'm gonna watch you burn, 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 burn.
You know what you came here to do. Well, you're a freak and we'll help to feed you. And we know how we'll break your flow. Stop your magic trap and you will go. You're going down for real. You're going down for real. You're going down for real.
So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know that you cannot go. Bonnie, do you dare to do this? Cause I'm coming at you like the dark foe. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? Cause once you're dead, there's no coming back.
This is my fight song. I'll take your life, son. Prove that you are wrong. My power's turned on. Stand up now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes.
Buddy, I'm preying on you tonight. Hunt you down, cook you with rice. Just like humans do, like humans do. Many of the things that you can hide, I can smell your scent for miles. Just like furries do, like furries do. Hey, you can try darling, try to be free. You can try spitting right back at me. You can pretend it's meant to be, but you'll not have your victory. I can still see you shaking and frail, knowing full well in the end you'll fail. And you'll know that it was me, oh yeah.
Bellicose, let him go. Exercise the demon inside you. Bellicose, let him go. Exercise the demon inside you. Bellicose, let him go. Exercise the demon inside you. Bellicose, let him go. Exercise the demon inside you. Let him go, 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 let him go. Drive out the demon inside you. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. Drive out the demon inside you.
I wanted the fame, but not the prison you put me into. Oh well, guess I cannot be choosy. Wanted to achieve world domination. Ooh-wee. Wanted to be the ruler of all the public. Excuse me. Wanting my cake I need to do, and wanting it both ways. They made me a balloon, cause my ego was getting now Lucy. But it was confusing, cause all I wanted to do is be the new king. Now you see, about me. Letting go and lose it, I blew it. Banishing me, oh we. But what we gave up there was bittersweet. It was like winning a youth mink. Ironic, cause I think I'm getting so huge I need a shrink. I'm beginning to lose it. One sheep, two sheep. Defeated by a loser like you, twink. But I'll be back sooner than you think.
I'm friends with the monster that's under this stage. The goat that is trapped here inside of this cage. You think you can beat me? Stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, you think I'm crazy. I'm friends with the monster that you did create. And he was your downfall, he did seal your fate. You have tried to stop me, but now you are dead. And you have gone crazy, yeah you have gone crazy. Be gone.
Quantum Massage was the last PawPet UK production with Furry as producer, co-writer and voice of Jim, as he planned to move to Boston, Massachusetts in the United States to be with his partner Fiber Kitty. As a parting gift, the crew commissioned this furry art not only featuring his persona, Fairlight and Dusk, but also the characters he has performed as in PawPet shows, including both Poke and Jim. Yes, even the little bat is a reference to Lord Tarian, a character from his personal favourite PawPet show, Dreamcatchers from Eurofurence 14. PawPets UK continued with production taken over by Leonard, beginning with 2017's Bats to the Future. Using parts he bought from Amazon and IKEA, Frank built a functioning time machine. He brings Coney and Bellicose back in time to his primary school days with the task of discouraging his past self from pursuing a career in science because he hates it. With Coney at the bat and Bellicose's acting skills, the task is successful, but when they return to the present, they find out that changing the past has dire consequences. The gang must now travel back to the past to try to change it the way it was. Now may I present Niall's favourite moment in the PawPet Show.
Well, as I live and breathe, it's only the Prime Minister.
Jim? Is that really you? Wait, what's happened to your voice? Why are you speaking so Britishly?
Wait, how do you know who I am? Well, you are the Prime Minister after all.
More to the point, why do you keep calling him the Prime Minister?
Oh my goodness, I haven't just gone and used the wrong honorific, have I? What's it supposed to be? Your ministry? Your primeness?
No, nothing like that. You're just talking nonsense, which is somewhat normal, come to think about it.
But did you hear that? Prime Minister! Cody suggested politics to the younger me, I've made it to the very top.
Well, it's obviously better than the floofy timeline. Still, it doesn't explain why Jim's going all British now. Something's not quite right.
Bellicose, look! Your arm! It's half gone. Well, that must mean...
What?
Is this a bad time?
Frank, explain to me what the devil's going on. Make it good.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to say this, but if my hunch is correct, something has changed, which means that you're being, well, slightly erased?
Erased?
Erased from time!
Yes, we'd all put that part together. Now, will you please tell me what you're going to do about it?
I could take the cloth off, but I think that would spoil it. So I'm sorry, Bellicose. There's nothing I can do.
Not again.
Your friend seems nice. A little eccentric.
But Bellicose, I don't understand. This wasn't supposed to be possible. Jim?
It's actually Jimothy.
Yeah, of course it is. Okay, move. I have to go and figure this out.
What? Well, I didn't vote for him anyway.
And so I came to fetch you, and well, they were definitely here a minute ago.
Well, I'm sure we'll catch up with them. Now, are you sure this is the timeline you wanted?
Well, I wouldn't have come to get you if you hadn't done a thorough check now, would I? What do you take me for?
You.
Klaus, Zeb, have you seen us?
Keep your voices down. I don't know how you're so sure our disguises. We are Charles and Samuel, trying to get us arrested.
Oui, I am Samuel, a regular British chap. I like the football, and drinking beer, and playing darts down the pub.
Yeah, exactly. And I like pork scratchings, yeah. And drinking tea, yeah. And I take 2 sugars and a lot of milk.
But you know, Charles dear, if half the things I've heard about prison are true, then it might not be such a bad place.
Oh, you must have read my mind, you bad boy. You bad boy. Oh, yeah. Prison break, yeah.
Every time. Excuse me.
Yeah.
If we just assume, for the sake of argument, that we have no idea what you're talking about?
I think what we're trying to ask is, what exactly are you so worried about?
But surely you know perfectly well what we're worried about, old bean.
Charles.
Yeah?
No old bean.
Too much?
Too much.
Scheiße. You know they'd lock us up if they discovered our true nationality. Or worse.
Deport us.
Yeah.
You'd rather be imprisoned than deported.
Wouldn't you? Deportation isn't exactly a pleasant way to go these days.
Huh? What the? Huh? Samuel, this seems hard to believe, but...
They really don't know, do they?
No, what? What is it we need to know?
Day mode ending.
What?
Border zone secure. Night mode activated. Have a wonderful eve.
What the?
Wait a minute. I think I understand. This can only mean one thing.
Oh no. You mean?
The hardest Brexit!
Press X to not die. Frank, Brian, Coney, and Jim went to a video game convention, and amongst all their chaotic antics, they won a brand new Super Virtual Station 1, the latest VR gaming console. They bring it home to play, but skip the tutorial to find the game too difficult to play.
Fliffy, do something! What? That's a watering can. What? No! Something useful! They're gonna eat my brains!
Oi,
What-
come here.
what the-
You call that shuffling? Come back here, you pansy.
I
I've seen
don't even
better
know
shuffling. You
anymore.
call that shuffling? That looks more like shambling. You bastard.
Okay then. Never mind. Thanks, Floofy. Oh, you're welcome, Frank, but there's more coming, and although they're familiar. Okay, right, that's it. Say hello to my little friend. It's quite a big friend, actually. Oh, there we go. Die, you evil monsters! Oh, what? No rocket, they're over here! Oh, no! What? Oh, no, 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 no! Floofy! Floofy! What's happening? What about our E for Everyone rating?
Oh, not Frank. Whatever it is, no.
On the advice of an NPC, they use a cheat device to complete the game. However, this causes all the game's characters to escape and cause chaos in the real world. Given the video game theme of ConFuzzled 2018, the production was full of video game references in the props, the videos, the animations. Floofy also made an in-PawPet return after 4 years' absence. The show also features the production's largest PawPet ever.
Okay.
This was also the last production that involved Tungro, who had been involved in stage and sound since the beginning. At the end of PawPets Press X and Not Die,
It's been really hard sort of thinking about this, but we need a break. We really need a break. This year's been tough, very tough. And we think if we want to deliver this level of show again, it's going to take a little more planning, maybe a lot more planning. So, PawPets UK will return, but not next year. Despite what Frank said. So we hope we'll see you all again then. And for now, thank you all for watching, and have a good night.
this didn't technically mean that there was no PawPet Show in 2019. Meanwhile, on Eric Cream and Rick McLeod's game show Taskmaster, one of the rounds had each contestant write and perform a minute-long PawPet show using a set of animal glove puppets and a green screen. I know this because I was one of the contestants.
Okay, how the hell am I gonna do this?
6 years I've been doing these history panels and I'm finally part of one.
Okay, Game Popper to the stage.
To honor this occasion, I'm going to do the sensible thing and show you one of the other contestants' entries instead. Mine didn't win anyway. So here's Donk Tara's entry.
OMG, Taskmaster was such a great show.
Yeah, I know, right? I hated like 4 out of the 5 contestants, though.
Yeah, I like the donkey person. Everyone else sucked.
Too right. Did you see where Matt Lyon went, by the way?
Yeah, he was needed at some panel about amateur fursuit building.
Matt Lyon, can I have a hug? Can I have a hug? Look on the bright side. The panel started on time for once.
Oh, hi, Sharon.
Shut the fuck up, you slag. I'm way too popular to talk to a nobody like you.
Hey, don't talk to me like that. Ultimately, popularity is a crutch used by people with baseless personalities and nothing else to show for it. And they use it to pander to childlike fanboys with nothing else in their lives to aspire to. So they ascribe hero traits to a person they've never met because they like the costume they wear.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. Furries, take note.
So, according to Null and Ninanoku, there was indeed a storyline written for the PawPet Show at ConFuzzled 2020, A World Reborn. The story followed the convention's theme, with the characters being trapped in a time vault and frozen until they are in the post-apocalyptic future of Birmingham. Once they were in the future, they would have been pit against each other. The writers had struggled to get the script to work, but coincidentally, 2020 saw the beginning of the COVID pandemic that forced the in-person convention to be cancelled. When ConFuzzled decided to organize a virtual convention through Discord and Twitch, Noel was given the opportunity to introduce all the events. As a result, here he is talking about First Science.
Science! I love science! Just how simple cyclic harmonic repetition applied to a plasma field resonance transfer across multiple modalities, coupled with the psionic subspace flux inside and outside the agile scrum megaplex, and elevated through the Lagrangian point into a Hohmann transfer, means that... Wait, anthropology? Isn't that just the study of furries? Oh, it really is, because next on Virtual ConFuzzled, it's the science of furries! It's for science!
UK Furries wouldn't see another PawPet UK show until 2023. Dial P for PawPets. Jim and Comey work together as private detectives and have been given a job by a pair of legs to search for the Malteser Falcon. They go to Frank's chocolate bar to find out more about this chocolatey, auspicious piece of art, and he joins the duo to help investigate the docks of Birmingham. Yes, the show is another crime noir adventure, but it suddenly gets cut short when a griffin gets the trio out of the story and into the white void. The gang is then able to try out different scenarios of their choosing. Chaos ensues.
And so, our lovely heroes have gained themselves a new friend. Oh, wait, sorry, detective. Well, not gritty, dark, yes. Frank had agreed to lead the pair to their next clue, but could he really be trusted?
Yes.
Oh, well, of course you'd say that. Takes all the suspense out of it. Or does it? To the docks! The salty sea air of Birmingham coming from the, freshwater canals. Boats coming and going from all over, and I give up. It said here on Wikipedia it's all just tourist traps and botanical cafes now.
So, halfway through the first 4 scenes, what do you think of the show so far, Coney?
Well, it's been a slow start, but you have to remember, this cast haven't performed together since 2018.
Yeah.
And that decision to sub in Bellicose for just half a scene? Very unusual tactics.
Yes, I agree.
Hey, what is this? What is this?
Anything to look forward to in the second half of the show, Frank?
Oh yeah, there's loads of stuff. I mean, let's start with...
Stop it. No, we are not doing mid-show commentary on ourselves.
Hold up. Here we are just about ready to get going again, so with that, it's back to the narrator.
Oh, right, yes. Where were we? The docks. Somehow it always came back to the docks in settings like this.
No it didn't.
Yeah, we could have gone to the abandoned market, the empty shops, the crumbling stadium, the haunted railway bridge.
I'm not sure if you're investigating crimes or if this is just a Brexit joke.
And if not the docks, the putrid soul of the city would have been found somewhere else. All these disused places were symptoms of a bigger problem. The corruption that gripped the heart of the nation.
Yeah, all right, it's a Brexit joke.
Maybe. Maybe.
So this show has one noticeable difference in presentation. Performing behind a play rail was a particular bugbear for the puppeteers due to the limited space to move around. Not to mention holding the puppets above your head. Ninanoku developed a shoulder injury as a result. As such, the puppeteers now perform in what I like to call the Avenue Q style, where performers are on stage with their puppets fully exposed to the audience. The meta-heavy storyline did help make the change seamless in this regard, with jokes making light of it. The Avenue Q style PawPet Show continued in 2024 with the 12 Labours of PawPets. Jim, Coney, and Frank travel to ancient Greece for their next adventure. Queen Penelope wishes for her husband Odysseus to return from his crusade, otherwise she'll be married away. To help him, they take a side quest to carry out the 12 labors of Hercules so they can obtain a boat. The first of many side quests and encounters that will lead to the gang to meet all of ancient Greece's many famous faces and antics.
Okay, we're in Arcadia, filled with panchinko machines and perpetual wine orgies. Oh, come on, Jim. Stop fawning over the fawns.
Oh, they're half human and half goats.
They're satires.
Oh, like the news shows.
No. Well, actually, yes. But without the farting. We need to find Pan, the god of wilderness, revelry, and good eating. He's the son of Mercury. It said you can look at him and tell what temperature it is by how tall he stands.
Do we get to see his flute?
Only if he fancies you.
Ooh. We'll also need to find the golden apples. They're supposed to be around here somewhere, in Pan's domain.
Oh, Jim, no one cares about those. It's just an optional side quest.
Who dares disturb the great Pan? Yes.
You seem angry.
Oh, I'm searing, dearie.
The stakes are high. We've received a rare challenge.
Well done.
So far, it's been a raw deal.
We must locate Odysseus. He passed through here a while ago. We have a T-bone to pick with him.
Well, you could try the Nordic soothsayer, Mimir, who drinks from the spiritual well of clairvoyance.
Oh, so he's got like a medium well?
Oh, that sounds too tough. We've been burnt before. It was a tender moment.
Well then, have you tried talking to the all-knowing medium, the oracle written in Delphi?
Well, that might be a good idea, but we don't know where to find them.
Well, sorry I can't help you further, but you are welcome to partake in the debauchery. Especially the dog. Oh, I like his style. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the loo. See to the old pipes.
Oh, are they calling?
From glen to glen, cheerio.
I have an idea. Let's talk to their accountant over there. He's half goat and half goat.
Oh. Hi, we're looking for some golden apples.
I'm afraid we've used them all for the cider at the orgy.
I mean, you can't consume this apple. It's a special quest item.
I don't have anything like that. How about some golden delicious?
That'll do.
That takes us to the present day. ConFuzzled 2025 had no PawPet Show, but for fans of puppetry, there was a showcase for furry fans to show off their creations. As for PawPetsUK, members of the teams have said ConFuzzled no longer plans to fund any PawPet production, allowing the team to produce shows independently and at other furry conventions, but would require PawPetsUK to be self-funded. As such, it's hard to say when it'll make a comeback. When I was writing this talk earlier this year, I went to ConFuzzled's TV archives and watched all the shows back to back over a period of a week. Having watched all the shows in person since 2012, I could recognize the references to British pop culture, the characters, the jokes that got the best laughs, even moments that ended up becoming the running joke for the remainder of ConFuzzled that year. There were also some bits missing too. The intermissions with the funny shorts, the wait between the scene transitions ending with a round of applause as the characters return to the stage. You could notice in rare instances where a puppeteer either breaks character or flubs a line.
Okay, what else have we got? Huh?
but that's part of the charm of PawPets. For the most part, being a puppeteer in the furry fandom isn't about being perfect, but about having a fun time. And the fact that ConFuzzled has managed to remain consistently funny while getting better each year is an achievement unto itself. So whenever and wherever the next PawPet show will be, I hope to be in the audience to enjoy the next one. Thank you all for watching. Huge thanks to the furries in the PawPets team who answered my questions. Also thanks to the staff who run the ConFuzzled TV archive, where you can watch every PawPet show from 2010 to 2024. If you watch any of the PawPet shows, be sure to comment on your favourite moments that you remember. You can check out the links to other furry related talks that I've done on the history of the furry fandom. Or you can check out my book for Tanya, which covers the wider history of the furry fandom inside the UK. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.